Hi friends, welcome to classes by Lab Doctor. In today's class, let us start with one more lipid, that is your triglycerides. When we talk about the lipid profile, we have various parameters like total cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, VLDL cholesterol, etc. So this triglyceride what we talk is one of the important lipids in our body, and it plays an important role also in our body in providing us the energy in the time of requirement, like in starvation, in between meals when we require energy. This is provided by this triglyceride. But the problem with the triglyceride is, suppose if it crosses the normal range, then it can create lot of problems in our body. Why? Because triglyceride is a type of fat which is present in our body, and it comes from extra calories which your body doesn't use when you eat excess amount of food than what is required. So whenever you eat food, and if you are eating more than what is required, that is stored in our body. Our body thinks that it will need it at a later date, hence it keeps on storing it. And in the time of need, suppose you are starving, you do not get food, this stored energy comes out from the triglycerides to give you the energy required. So yes, triglyceride is an important lipid because it is giving you the energy in the time of need. But when anything goes beyond a certain number, that is when it creates problem, and the same thing implies to triglyceride also. So what are triglycerides? Triglycerides are the type of fat or lipid that is found in your blood, and when you eat, your body will convert any calories which you don't require to use it right away into triglycerides. So the triglycerides are stored in your fat cells, and when required in the time of need, the hormones release this triglyceride for energy. Like suppose in between meals you need energy, triglycerides will come into play and they'll give you the energy. If you are starving, the energy comes from the triglycerides. So there are various hormones like insulin, glucagon, epinephrine, etc., which helps you to get this triglyceride released and provide energy. If you are eating more calories than you burn, particularly from a high carbohydrate food, high fatty food, high sugary food, then you might have excess triglyceride, because this excess of calories will start getting stored in your body, and that will cause hypertriglyceridemia. That condition when the triglyceride level increases more than what is required, that is called as hypertriglyceridemia. So based on the chemical composition, the lipids are classified as simple lipid, compound lipid, and derived lipids. So simple lipids would be your fatty acid, your triglycerides, and your waxes. The compound lipids would be your phospholipids, glycolipids, and lipoproteins. The derived lipids would be your ketones, etc. So this is a structure of a triglyceride, and you know that triglyceride is now a simple lipid, and it is a principal storage form in our body, and 95% of the body fat consists of this triglyceride. So most of this triglyceride is stored in the adipose cells. Some of them are stored in the liver and in the skeletal muscles. So triglyceride is composed of one glycerol and three fatty acids. All are having a linear C chain. So this could be saturated or this could be unsaturated. So this is a structure of a triglyceride. It is made up of a glycerol and three fatty acids. So this glycerol is a simple sugar alcohol. So it is combined with this fatty acid, which are having this carbon chains attached to the carboxylic group. So the bond between this glycerol and these fatty acids are covalent bond, and they are formed from a condensation reaction. Condensation reaction is one wherein water molecule is formed, it is condensed, hence it is called as condensation reaction. So this would be a simple structure of a triglyceride, where you can see this is a glycerol backbone and these are the three fatty acids which are attached to it. It could be saturated or it could be unsaturated. Saturated, here you can see that there are single carbon bond, and unsaturated there would be a double or triple carbon bonds. So saturated and unsaturated, any one it could be of these fatty acids in this triglyceride. So when I say the structure of triglyceride, it has having a glycerol and fatty acid 1, fatty acid 2 and fatty acid 3, and this is a glycerol here, and this would be the actual structure. This would be glycerol, the simple sugar alcohol, and this is the fatty acid. So difference between saturated and unsaturated fatty fats are that saturated fats have a straight chain, because the chain part of the structure contains only single carbon bonds, whereas unsaturated fatty acids, they have this double or triple carbon bonds, and this saturated fats, they are having a straight chain, and whereas this unsaturated fat, they have a kink in their chain. So this saturated fats, because they are having straight chain and there is a single carbon bond, they can be closely packed together and they are solid at room temperature. And the example of saturated fat would be butter. Usually the animal fats are the saturated fats, whereas unsaturated fats, I have told you that because they have kinks, they have this double or triple carbon bonds, they cannot be packed closely together, and hence they will be liquid at room temperature. Example would be a vegetable oil. Usually the plant products are mostly this unsaturated fats. So that is the difference between the saturated and the unsaturated fats. So this is a saturated fat, this is the single carbon bonds, and this is the double carbon bonds. You can see here, this is a linear line, and this would be the kink here. So what are the functions of triglycerides? So as we have discussed, triglycerides are the important source of energy, especially in the time of need like starvation, in between meals, when you're exercising and you need energy. It is the triglyceride which comes and provides you the energy. So excess of unused calories are stored in our body as fats, that is triglyceride, and they are broken down to release energy when the body needs it. So that is the main function of triglyceride. It is also used to maintain the temperature. It provides the insulation for our body, and also it protects the vital organs like your kidneys, your pancreas, etc., because it covers these organs with these fats, and it provides them a cushioning effect, and it will protect these vital organs. So if I have to tell the difference between triglyceride and the cholesterol, the main difference would be the difference in the function. Cholesterol, it is also a kind of lipid, but the main function of cholesterol lies in the forming the cell membrane, in the forming the hormones. Like for your reproductive hormones, you require the cholesterol. You require cholesterol for absorption of your vitamins. Vitamin A, D, E, K require cholesterol. So the main function of cholesterol would be this. Whereas triglyceride, I have told you, the main function of triglyceride is to provide the energy when in times of need. Yes, both when cholesterol and triglyceride, when both of them are increased, both of them can create heart problem, brain issues, etc. But the main difference would be the difference in the function of TG and cholesterol. So Triglycerides are important fat in our body. The unused calories which are in the body, they are stored in the form of this triglyceride, and they are utilized during the time of need like starvation, in between meals, during exercise, etc. So triglyceride, if it is present in a particular level, it is required for our body, and the normal range of triglyceride would be less than 150 milligram per deciliter. If it is between 150 to 199, we call it as mild triglyceridemia. If it is between 200 to 499, it is moderate, and if it is more than 500, it is severe triglyceridemia. So this more than 500 mg of triglyceride in your blood can cause various complications. It can damage your heart, it can damage your brain, it can damage your peripheral vessels, it can damage your kidney. So triglyceride has to be in a particular level for the vital functioning of our body. Remember, nowadays we see triglyceride as high as 500, 600, even in young adults, mainly because of our lifestyle. So when you are having lot of fatty food, lot of high carbohydrate rich food, lot of sugary food, etc., the excess calories starts getting stored, and over a period of time, if this continues, this excess calories will be increasing your triglycerides. So the main reason today why we see increased triglyceride is our lifestyle, increased consumption of food. There is no exercise, there is we live a sedentary life, there is obesity, people have high body mass index. These are the main causes of increased triglyceride. Yes, there are other causes also, like liver issues, hypothyroidism, kidney problem, uncontrolled diabetes, certain medicines, smoking. All this can also increase the triglyceride level, but the main cause is the excess consumption of calories which are not required, and the sedentary lifestyle will cause increased triglyceride level. So this was a brief introduction to triglycerides. In the next class, we will deal with the metabolism of triglycerides. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.